Tesla fans are disappointed that Elon Musk created an army of robots. Just let that sink in. This guy, the king of future tech, rolls out an army of fully functional humanoid robots. And somehow that's not enough for some of his most hardcore followers. The man essentially brought iRobot to life, and the reaction from some diehards, hey, what else you got? We're talking about Optimus, a robot that can do everything from carrying your groceries to walking your dog, mowing the lawn, and even babysitting, just your typical humanoid robot. But it's not impressive anymore. The Tesla fandom's expectations have reached a point where a literal army of robots feels a bit underwhelming. Comments started flooding in the moment Elon revealed the price tag of $20,000 to $30,000. Definitely buying one for that price. But then you get the other side of the coin. Don't let the feds get a hold of these. Or this gem, don't let a Democrat get one. They'll indoctrinate it into vile hate for anything you disagree with. And if you paid attention during the presentation, you might have noticed handlers lurking around the robots, making subtle gestures and keeping a close eye on things. You could even spot them holding what appeared to be kill switches. Just in case, right? It's like they were ready to cut the power at a moment's notice, giving off some serious Terminator Skynet prevention vibes. But here's the thing. If the idea of these robots freaks you out, you might be focusing on the wrong threat. The robots themselves aren't the problem. The real concern is centralized power. Think about it like this. Just as the Second Amendment argues for the right to bear arms as a means to protect against tyranny, robots could actually level the playing field. If only the government or a few big corporations control all the robots or weapons, that's where the real danger lies. The issue isn't the robots, just like the issue isn't the guns. It's who controls them. Imagine Optimus as an extension of that right, the ability for people to own powerful tools and not be left defenseless while centralized powers stockpile their own advanced tech. And let's not forget, Tesla could have the ability to shut these robots down at any time, or worse, hand over control to the government. That's why decentralization is going to be key. If Tesla or any other big corporation holds the power to kill switch these robots or take control of them remotely, we're in serious trouble. What we'll need is for people to have the ability to hack these robots and keep them separate from centralized control. Without that, we're looking at a future where only a few entities have the real power. And that's the dystopian scenario you should worry about. This is where we are now. An army of robots enters the room, and we've already jumped ahead to imagining political indoctrination and some kind of robot revolution. Maybe it's because we've seen too many movies like Terminator and Battlestar Galactica, where humanoid robots start off as helpful, only to become weaponized soldiers of the apocalypse. Now, people are already joking. Wait until you see the militarized versions of Optimus. We've gone from excited about robots serving drinks to wondering when they'll start shooting lasers. It's basically Skynet meets your local Starbucks barista at this point. And some of these Tesla fans crack me up, though. It's almost as if they expected the robots to fly, shoot lasers, and maybe even start their own cult. How did we get to this point where humanoid robots performing household chores and costing less than a luxury car doesn't blow people's minds? I blame science fiction movies. They've completely ruined us. We've seen the worst case scenarios so many times that even a peaceful robot army can't seem to shake the feeling that we're one update away from a Westworld situation. And let's be honest, the fact that Tesla had handlers watching those robots with kill switches probably didn't help calm anyone's nerves. It's like, hey, trust us, but also we're ready to shut these things down if they go rogue. We're living in the crossover of sci-fi and reality, where we're excited but also slightly terrified. This is where Elon has taken us. An army of humanoid robots is now considered normal, maybe even boring, and people are already thinking ahead to the next thing. Well, Tesla fans, strap in, because if we've learned anything from the movies, the next phase is where things really get interesting.
MAGA.